sir. Take your muscle.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Two Cool Moms. I'm Joe Gatto. Steve. Oh, we started.
Got it. Sorry.
Take your earmuffs off.
Steve Byrne.
And welcome to Two Cool Moms. We appreciate you. These were earmuffs that we had on this last time, and we thought it was fun. Now let's do this. How about this way?
Boom.
How's that look?
Change of scenery.
That'll be the next one. There we go. How are you, Steven?
Good. How are you, Joseph?
Good. Long time no talk.
Long time no talk.
Wondering your thoughts on capital punishment.
Well, I was hoping we could talk about abortion rights and global atmospheric weather that we're having. The atmospheric rivers, pummeling California. Please, thank you.
That's what we want to
and
start
the border.
We want to
talk about the border.
Light. Let's start light. Let's start light with that.
Where's your favorite Holocaust museum?
It's gotta be.
I was talking to these two girls in front. I said, "How'd you guys meet?" She said, "Oh, we're friends." I go, "Oh, awesome. Where initially did you meet?" She's like, "Oh, we both worked at the Holocaust Museum." I was like, "Oh my god!" And then you're a comic, you start spiraling. I'm like, is there a gift shop? I was just like,
weird.
Every
yeah.
museum has a gift shop. Like, do you have a gift shop? She said, "Oh, we definitely have a gift shop." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Like, what kind? Then it's what do you sell or whatever. But oh my god, painfully, why would you? Of all museums, would you have a gift shop?
So, like, to work in that museum, you come from a place of like that has to be like a pride thing where it's like, okay, I want to help spread awareness about this stuff.
It's so depressing.
But I know it's got to be depressing to work, right? But then this is something that my friend Mark Jagarjian, Jiggy, and I speak about all the time.
And who's he?
Mark Jagarjian. Jiggy. He's right there. Jiggy.
I just know comics. Sorry. Oh, hey. He does merch.
Pizza Hat.
He does the merch.
He's the Pizza Hat guy. The elephant hat guy.
Pay for my fucking wedding. Yeah. That guy? Yeah.
Don't be jealous because he has merch and you don't. We spoke about this. But we spoke about this all the time. Why, if you work for Wendy's, let's say, or Cadobo, or McDonald's, or Burger King.
Keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? Burger King, Subway, any of these.
Got it.
Jimmy John's.
Jersey Mike's.
Right, Jersey Mike's. Any of these.
Arby's.
You're doing Starbucks. Yep. Any of these guys.
Taco Bell.
Right. Any of them if you want.
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr., right.
Taco. Not
Del Taco.
No.
Everybody but Del Taco.
Okay, gotcha.
If you work for any of these fast food chains, why would you work at the one in the airport? Like, it would make, like, if you know you're going to, there's a neighborhood there's a McDonald's in your neighborhood. Right?
Yeah. What is the fringe benefit?
What is the benefit of commuting, parking, and dealing with going through the airport security, taking airport security to work at McDonald's? Like, why aren't you working at the neighborhood McDonald's on the street?
Maybe.
Why?
Maybe.
What is your...
Maybe it's the fever pitch. It's the excitement of knowing you can jump the line at security and cut in front of everybody.
Do you think they're adrenaline junkies?
Oh, yeah. I'm special. Wait for your bags on the conveyor belt. I just get to come up with a name tag and put my knapsack on it and cut in front of everybody. That's the only fringe benefit.
It does seem like a lot. It does seem like a weird commitment to be like, I'm going to work in the McDonald's in the airport.
Pay a bit more. Don't you think?
But you'd have to pay a lot more, not a bit more. Right?
Like at Auntie Annes, they have to pay a bit more.
You're rocketing Auntie Annes instead of the mall that's up the street from you. You're going to Auntie Annes. You're commuting. You're going to the Delta terminal. What are you doing?
That would be. Who are you?
So what if you got
Who are you? Who are you?
Benefits.
Like, think about it. If LaGuardia gave you some flight bennies, if you worked at the Auntie Annes there's only like 150 people who work at these places.
What do you mean? But they're not cutting.
They're not working for Delta or American or Southwest or
Don't
Frontier.
you think that the airport could work out those benefits?
The airport isn't giving them shit.
Yeah.
You see them on their break?
Yeah, and
they look miserable.
Yeah, they're sitting in the corner, and they're in the kids' play zone, like sitting on the log.
Hudson News, they don't even get to sit down. They got to stand the whole time.
They also have hours that no other establishment of that, like no other Auntie Annes opens up at 4 a.m.
Right.
No.
Right.
And you got to get there at 2:30. Oh God, that'd be horrible.
There's got to be, for real. It's got to be more than pay though.
I don't know what the
maybe they do benefits, but don't you get benefits at McDonald's?
Got to be some.
I guarantee there's not. The airlines don't. They barely take care of their own employees.
But I would say, here was the other thing I was saying. I was like, oh well, when you fly, you probably could use that same hack to get in. Like, everybody, you're able. But how often are you flying
on that salary?
Yeah.
You think you're going to Paris on an Auntie Anne's salary?
I don't know. Have you tried the cinnamon sticks? They hit you with the buku.
Pretty fucking good.
They hit you with the buku.
I don't know. That's an interesting.
What do you got? Oh, give us some intel.
So if you're an average salary of a McDonald's worker at an airport is around $33,000 a year, and your typical normal crew member salary is $30,000 a year. So you get an extra 3 Gs for working at the airport.
Three grand doesn't seem worth it.
Doesn't seem a lot.
No.
To that
According to
individual, though, it
Glassdoor.
is.
Glassdoor.
To that individual, it is. An extra $3K when you have a base of 30.
It's 10%. Yeah, they get paid 10% more. But your expenses have to go up. Your time to get there's got to go up. Nobody lives near the airport. That's not true. You might live near the airport.
Maybe that's the secret sauce. Maybe it's just people who live there locally.
You think these are all locals? Nobody's.
They live locally. No one's coming in from.
God, I
New
hope
Jersey.
so. Oh, it's tough enough to be at the airport.
Now
Oh.
you know they have a chip on their shoulders when they go to the conferences. When they go to the Burger King conference down in Atlanta, the BK conference, and they're like, "You a franchisee?" They're like, "Yeah, I'm in LaGuardia," right? Like they have a little bit more like
A little more cachet.
a little more panache.
Yeah, yeah.
They're walking around with a
little
little
more
bit more, a
spunk.
little bit more spunk, right?
Yeah.
They're like, "How many fries did you get through last year?" They're like, "Oh, we moved 20,000 units." They're like, "That's a Wednesday." You think so? That's what I think.
You must crush it on a layover too. Like bad weather, people are stuck there.
Yeah.
You're like, here we go.
There we go. Do it.
They also
Who's
have
not?
the freedom of pricing
What do you mean?
at the airport. Like if you owned a Burger King at the airport, they always are on a different level of pricing. Like
Sure,
a
of
Whopper
course.
meal at the airport's 25% more, 40% more.
So that's a big jump you just did, 25 to 40. But
don't
yeah,
know
I see.
about that.
I don't know if you're saying. I don't know if I'm paying a 0.5 more for a Whop.
I think you do.
That's gonna be a big. It's a Whop and Whop.
I think you do pay that much more.
Yeah. All
At
right.
an airport?
Maybe next time we go to the airport, let's take a look.
an airport?
Yeah.
At an airport, Papa?
next weekend when we go.
Things taste better when you're at the airport.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it.
I had an original chicken sandwich from Burger King at the airport, and maybe it was because it was hot off the presses.
You know what it is?
What?
They're moving units. They're moving units. They're hawking those. As soon as they make them, as soon as they bake them,
Here he
as soon as
goes.
they bake them, they're out the door.
Whopper,
I need two more. I need two more.
tenders,
I need two more.
fingers.
2, 4, 6,
Yeah.
8. Who do we appreciate? Original BK chicken sandwiches. They're hawking through those shits. They're not sitting in the freezer. You're not getting some frostbite on that 2 days.
No. I
You
agree
got
with you,
deep
yeah.
freeze. If you're in Sarasota, at the one on Route 7 in Sarasota, nobody's coming through there. You're gonna have a chicken. They're like, "Can you order a chicken sandwich?" They're like, Mildred, and she's getting on the stool. She's going up back into the deep freeze. She's digging past the Whopper patties. She finds the last one.
Yeah.
Microwaves it. Not good. Flip it over. Try again. Wrap it in the paper. Here we go. All right, this is good enough. Wilted lettuce. That's for you.
Brown lettuce.
Brown lettuce.
The worst.
That's not happening.
No. At the airport.
At LaGuardia, where he's moving units. And that's why he's got the chip on the shoulder, because he knows he's got the best.
What do you eat when you're at an airport? Because the options for anybody else who's not like vegan are endless. But for you, it just baked pastries?
I eat mostly pastry. No, there's food. You know, there's pizzas everywhere, so I get pizza. But I do. What do I normally do? You could find, well, with the BK, I get the Impossible. They do the Impossible Whopper, which I'm a big fan of. I do that.
McDonald's doesn't offer an
McDonald's
Impossible.
offers. No, I can't. McDonald's, Wendy's, KFC, nothing for me. Can't do it.
Really?
I don't do the chicken sandwich. I don't want to get into it, but let's just say
Okay.
back
Let's get into it.
back in 1997.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, no.
It was a Wednesday because I had half day Wednesdays, and I got to go to school. If my mom would take me, and we would go for McDonald's, and I said, "Let me try the chickens. Let me try the McFish, or whatever it's called, fillet of fish."
Filet fish? Yeah.
Wasn't a good turnout.
Oh, no.
I didn't like it. Sat weird. My mom made me finish eating it.
Oh, no.
Next thing you know,
Oh, no.
I just
Yard
didn't.
sale?
No, I just didn't like it.
Everything must go.
I just ruined it.
No?
I was ruined for life. Yeah, I didn't.
I had that happen once on a Roy Rogers, the Jersey Turnpike. I had Roy Rogers. I used to, their fries back in the day,
Bangers.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then I had a burger, and I was driving on the Jersey Turnpike and just booted everywhere.
Oh, no.
It was awful. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like if you get food poisoned by something, like it's off your checklist for a while, but you can
Oh,
recover
yeah.
normally, right?
Never went to Roy Rogers again.
Oh,
By the way,
really?
they've kind of shut up shop. I haven't seen them
Oh yeah, they got
in a
Arby's.
long time.
Arby's got the meats. They're out.
Oh,
So-
we got the
yeah, so Roy, they got no meats left for Roy.
You know
Roy
what I don't
Rogers
see?
wasn't Roy Rogers an actor?
Yeah, old Western actor.
Right. So he had his own chain. Wow.
Yeah,
It was named after him, or was it his?
it was named after him. Yeah.
Oh wait, Are you making
But
that up?
he was part of it. Yeah.
Was that's like
Yeah.
that's like naming like was there a McDonald?
Roy Kroc bought the thing from the brothers. Yeah.
Roy Kroc.
Roy Kroc is McDonald's, so it could be Crocs. But
those are shoes.
Those are shoes.
Crocker Barrels? The same brother, different family.
Here we go. You can't help yourself. You love a good pun.
Crocker Barrels.
Who was Howard Johnson? Was he a guy?
The Howard Johnson was a guy, Hojo. He was a baseball player.
That's not true.
Well, Howard
Johnson was a baseball player.
Howard Johnson's was way before the baseball player, though. You're right, though.
So Howard Johnson was a baseball
I think
player.
Howard Johnson played for the Mets, didn't he?
Hojo? They called him Hojo.
Did he? Am I making this up?
The hotelier?
Go ahead.
Howard Johnson, wasn't he a baseball
He's a
player?
Mike.
He was Howard Johnson. Howard Deering Johnson is the founder of the chain restaurant and motels. It's not the same per 1897 to 1970.
Right, but then there was a baseball player afterwards that, right? I'm almost certain.
Yeah, for sure. I wouldn't have known that fact. Hojo.
There was a Howard Johnson men's basketball for NCSA, which doesn't sound like a real league.
No, that's not a real thing.
No.
I thought it was a baseball player.
Davy Johnson, maybe that's your thing.
No, you're thinking
manager
Howard
of the Mets.
Cosell.
I know who Howard.
You mixed up Howard Cosell and Howard
I
Johnson.
know who Howard Cosell is.
Darryl Strawberry. You're thinking of. I didn't. I mean, that's got to be something that your name lives on forever. Like Roy Rogers is more famous as a food place than an actor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hart House.
He don't lose.
He don't lose?
Kevin Hart. I want to name a restaurant after me. I want to name a pastry place, though, right? It's got to be a pastry place.
What would it be called?
Cup of Joe's. It's like a coffee house, right?
That's not a bad name.
Joe Mama's is probably the best pun name for me, though. Joe Mama's. Joe's Mama's. Joe Mama's.
There we go.
That could be it. Joe Mama's.
Pastries and coffee.
I would do a coffee shop / when it's all over for me, I want to open up a coffee shop and called The Hang. And it's just got board games, and you could come and have coffees and pastries.
Yeah.
A local spot.
You wouldn't want it. I know you. You wouldn't want it.
So?
Because people would come in, they'd sit there for 4 hours with a cup of coffee. I got to turn and burn. Let's go. Get the fuck out. We got to keep this
I
going.
got to move units.
You got to move
LaGuardia
units.
is show me up.
That's what you're going to be all about, the
Units?
cashola
You think so?
and moving units and turnover. You want a high turnover rate. I know you.
I do. So what do? We call it the conveyor. And then you have 20 minutes, and then the whole restaurant just moves and pushes you right out the door.
It just flips over. It like rolls over
like
and
the
it rolls
Jetsons,
you
like
out.
the Jetsons, you know, just right out the thing.
I would love to get like an Airstream or like those classic like rail cars that it's all chrome and just serve like flapjacks and breakfast. And
Really? A
all
breakfast
this stuff.
spot?
Or like, no, I couldn't get up that early. Hot dogs, hamburgers, and fries.
Yes.
Like classic, just 6 or 7 things on
Call
the
it the
menu.
rail car.
Something cool like that, yeah.
Going down to the rail car.
High turnover rate.
For sure.
High turnover
I'll tell
rate.
you, on the road, me and this gentleman, Jiggy, we stopped at a place called, it was simply called the Brunch Spot.
Yep.
And it was
Amazing.
phenomenal and one of the best brunches I had. They knew what they were doing, and they said, this is what we do here, and we're going to name the place accordingly. And that's how I found it and went.
We're open
I think a
from
name is so
10:30 to 3,
The name
and
of
we're done.
The name of a place is so important.
Yeah.
So important, right?
I think aesthetic matters just as much as the food. Because you want to walk into some place like, this is gonna be fun. This is a good spot to eat in. Like when we were in was it like Louisville, that place that was in the hotel that we ate.
Did I
That
just
was
send
a
you pictures of?
great hang,
Yeah, the
right?
place
That
in
was
the-
like a fun aesthetic. It was really cool, and then the food matched as well.
That's right. The place in the Hotel Distill in Louisville. It's called something Steak and something.
Yeah.
Ariski. Give me the name of it, please. The place in Hotel Distill. It's a steakhouse.
Hotel
Our
Distill.
boy Christian was there. He's great manager. We actually were literally passing through, and we had time for lunch.
And you went there?
And we said, "Oh, we're going to go here." Yeah,
Oh,
we
that's
went.
great.
And we just went for lunch there. I was there last week.
Is it Repeal?
Repeal.
Ah,
Repeal.
yeah, that
So
was
good.
great.
So good.
Really good. And the desserts.
Oh. That's what he did.
When Jiggy has a good dessert, he goes,
Yeah, he gets all excited by it. But the home run there is a crab cake. Remember the crab cake? The crab cake comes out like a crab meatball.
yeah.
That was phenomenal. Yeah.
Not too breaded.
Now try it out, guys. Go see our boy Christian. He'll give you 10% off the bill. Just mention 2 cool moms.
Yeah. Promo code.
Mummies.
Mummies. All right, here we go.
Let's get into it.
Coming to us from JB.
Jib. It's pronounced Jib.
Best side hustle to make some extra dough.
OnlyFans.
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Popping
ass crack.
That is, if you're popping ass cracks on Onlys,
Show a nut.
you are getting a pop of half a nut. You're getting half a mils. You're getting subscriber numbers. You're getting that. I mean, you want to show, a scrotum. It's up to you. I will say the side hustle that started as OnlyFans has become full careers for people.
Oh yeah. How many teachers have quit their jobs?
So many. Even during the when they had to do the whole demic. When the demic happened, they were like, if I'm going to be in front of my computer, I might as well be making schgod.
The pandems.
Oh, the pandems, yeah.
That's bazonkers.
That is bazonka. The Pandemocrats. I would say definitely the OnlyFans numbers are mind blowing to me.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
I think if they ever like really released data and showed you what, I think people would be horrified, shocked, and blown away.
Right.
Good. Do you want to say something?
No, I have numbers if you want them.
Oh, yeah, please.
I'm interrupting a lot. This is a highly researched episode.
Yeah.
Bella Thorne is the number one creator.
Bella.
Do you want to know?
Former Nickelodeon or Disney star?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Do you know how much she makes
Just
annually?
Let's take a guess.
It's something in the millions.
I'm going to say 80 million.
No,
that's a little nuts.
I think it's 4 million.
$11 million.
11?
But it's 11 million, then 9.5 million, 8 million, 7 million, 5. It's just, and it's all.
Is that numerical? Does it give you where's the first person that doesn't make $1 million? What number on the list?
All right, I'll find.
So that means how many millionaires is what I guess I'm getting. Has OnlyFans made? I work with their competitor OnlyFats. Belly shots. I give so much belly shots. It's rotund.
I'd love to know what Bella Thorne's annual income is, though. That's what I was. Sorry.
Oh, she made
when I heard her name, because she's huge on all the social platforms. I bet she's generating.
Yeah.
Maybe not 80, but
she's getting lots of numbers.
Ton of money.
Yeah.
11 million on OnlyFans.
I think. The side hustle has taken the spotlight. People have given up careers and made it there.
All right. Guess how many people cracked $1 million on OnlyFans in a year?
In a year.
In 1 year.
I would say 130.
130. Great guess.
I was going to say like 1,100.
Better guess. 1,000 creators have broke $1 million a year.
1,000 millionaires made by OnlyFans.
1,000 million a year.
Wow.
How many are women?
Is it all 1,200 of them?
Is it just all women, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, 1,000 million is $1 billion, right?
1,000 million is $1 billion.
Ask the mathlete.
Yeah. 1,000 million is $1 billion.
Don't look at the Asian. Ask the mathlete.
Yeah, you throw 3 zeros on the end of it. It's pretty easy. Let's see.
There's a nice way of communicating that.
1,200.
You have to be condescending to the rest of us that aren't mathletes.
What's
okay,
10
Joseph?
times 10?
Joe, don't do this.
What's 10 times 10?
100.
Okay, how'd you do that?
I
You
took
didn't
the
go-
zeros.
Exactly
I dropped
right.
the zeros.
So it's the same whole thing.
Yeah.
1,000, you just dropped 3 zeros on the end. You learn something new every day. I mean, for a real side hustle, though, I will say this. You see all these hacks now. Everybody's saying with this, and everybody's using the AI scripting stuff.
Yeah.
Chat GPT and all that to like fill, because there's a great site that I've actually used called Fiverr. We could hire people to do any sort of job, and I hired an illustrator through it, but they have like different categories and stuff. But there's these types of sites out there that you could find, like, people are kind of just lazy and they're like, hey, could you research this for me or whatnot? And people are able to find the research real easy. So I would say side hustle is definitely, there's so many hacks out there. If you put hashtag side hustle in like TikTok, you're going to have so many videos.
But it's also like discovering something you love doing. There's this guy I follow, Jake the Hunter, on Instagram, and he literally makes Star Wars costumes from scratch. He builds the droids from scratch. He's like doing all the electrical, like the drives, and unbelievable. And he makes like the Boba Fett guy. It looks just like him, and the clone troopers and all this stuff. And I'm sure if he wanted to sell them, he could for tens of thousands of dollars. But it's unbelievable. He made the one Bosk, the bounty hunter, the lizard one from Empire of the State. Yeah. I mean, it looks just
really. And
I know sometimes Lucasfilms, they hire these people because they're so incredibly detailed with everything. But I know Mike was going to say something.
Oh no! I found the stat on men the highest grossing men on OnlyFans? Do you want to guess what their number? The highest.
$60.
You're not far off.
Just a bunch of dudes masturbating to OnlyFans of it. But my God.
Do you want to make a guess?
No.
Highest grossing man earns up to $50,000 a month.
But I mean, $50,000 a month.
But Bella Thorne is making $11 million
$600,000 a year.
That's
right.
That's crazy. $11 million.
Yeah.
$11 million.
But you know what?
So Matt Rife is making $50,000 a month. Yeah.
I love Matt. I think one of the coolest side hustles I had seen. I feel like that costume thing is cool, but we had found through our friends and whatnot, we had found somebody who makes Muppets.
No,
Legit
really?
Muppets, and I think Sal got one from him. I'm pretty sure it's Gonzo.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
And
wow.
it's legit. Like, it's legit.
Right.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
My friend Joel Osborne, who did a great Batman fan film. It's called Night in Lockdown. It's awesome. It's about Batman during pandemic. He made his own Batman costume, but he found a guy, his side hustle is making the 89 Michael Keaton replica mask.
Wow.
And it's gorgeous. It's the mold. And that's what he does. He
I
sells
couldn't
these
even.
things.
I couldn't even start. If you said to me, "Go ahead, make a Muppet. Here you go. Here's the cloths. Here's a needle and thread. Here's the eyeballs.
Yeah.
I'll give you Bella Thorne money. I'll give you $11 million if you make this for me in 6 months.
Mine would look like the shittiest sock puppet you've ever seen. I can't
100%.
sew. I can't. I'm bad with a ruler. I
Even if
can't
they
do
were
that.
like you could use the internet to watch YouTube videos and whatnot, I still think after 6 months I would not be able to make something that was worth it.
Yeah.
I have no talent when it comes to doing that.
If
stuff.
a gun to your head, you
Yep.
have to do a side hustle right now. What would you do?
Side hustle,
Yeah.
motivational speak.
Yeah?
I
You'd be
think
good at that.
I think I do all right at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do that. What would you do?
I'd kill myself.
I'd pull the trigger.
I wouldn't even know what to do. I'd have no clue.
You'd be a bartender in a minute.
Barkeep?
Oh, you kidding me? You would crush it as a bartender. You also love it. You love talking to strangers. You love being around alcohol. You love you love people with loose morals. This is all stuff you love, right?
This is all stuff you love.
Jukeboxes and whatnot. You're playing Closing Time and Oasis in the background.
A lot of
As you
Oasis,
sling-
yes.
I could see you doing this whole thing. Even the one-handed shuffle, I could see you doing. I could see you like lining up the shots and be like, "Let's do it! It's shot o'clock." Woo, woo. You have a whistle.
Baby birds.
Yeah, you're doing whistles.
Yeah.
Oh. You'd be a
I'm a
bartender.
fucking Senor Frogs on spring break. 48 years
You're
old.
not
Kill me.
Senor Frogs.
All right, here we
You're
go.
Mr.
This is This is coming to us from Oliviana.
Oliviana?
Oliviana.
Oh, Oliviana. It's a beautiful name.
Joe.
Yeah, hi.
Steve.
Hello.
How can I talk to you about a show I'm developing in which I've already written characters for both of you? I'm very serious about this. I literally just started going to law school just so that people would take me seriously when I talk about this.
What?
And that's it. I don't know.
Why do you go to law school if you're serious about creating a television show?
Yeah, I don't understand that. There's a real disconnect there.
Did you read it wrong?
No, that's it.
And that's everything.
Yeah. I'm developing a TV show, which I've already written characters for both of you. I'm serious about this. I literally just started going to law school, so people take me seriously when I talk about this. I don't know how else to say this.
Pass?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
But I think anybody in our situation, we're probably generating our own projects. Because
I appreciate that. We're
glad
glad to inspire you.
Yeah.
But it's not something that we're looking into right now.
I'm sure that there's two other individuals that
Want a
that
shot?
would love to do it. Yeah. But I just, anything I do, I've always written for myself. So I'd be hard pressed for me to, of course, like,
Scorsese shows up.
yeah.
So he's like, hey,
Steve,
I went to
you
law
just-
school and I wrote this for you.
I wrote one. Yeah. But look, there's nothing wrong with getting a law degree while you're at it.
I know. I don't understand. I didn't follow the logic, but I'm proud of you on both fronts.
Yeah.
I mean, because then the writing becomes your side hustle, or what happens? Your lawyering becomes a side hustle.
To have written anything, I
it's
think
tough.
for somebody, it's difficult enough. So congratulations on putting pen to paper and writing.
I'm glad that I can be your muse.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah.
for your amusement. You know, that's where that comes from.
No.
Mm-hmm.
You're fucking okay. Anywho,
I would say maybe.
this is coming to us from Ryan.
Ooh.
All right. This is a good one.
Oh, here we go.
I need help with my shitty-ass baseball coach who calls me out in front of everyone. And that's it.
Okay, so he's embarrassed that he's getting called out in front of people.
Yeah.
He's embarrassed
By his coach. His coach is demeaning to him. His coach is being, I guess, making a spectacle of him. Usually when that happens, a coach is putting somebody in the spotlight because the coach knows that person has more to offer the team.
The potential is not being reached.
So they're being a little harder on the people that they think could really be beneficial to the team as a whole. So I think the best way to get back at anybody who dumps on you, especially in terms of sports, is to prove it on the field.
Give him a reason not to.
Exactly.
I never had a coach that was my baseball coach was my uncle Freddie Locasto. And I was always
but what is this, third grade?
8th.
It doesn't count.
It doesn't.
Jiggy,
Barely.
get on the mic. But go ahead.
I barely am an athlete, but my uncle was never that kind of coach, and I was always the sixth man in. So when Francesco Di Francesco fouled out,
there's no way
that was his name, Frankie D. When Francesco Di Francesco fouled out,
there's no way that's his.
He was a very
Francesco Di Francesco.
Yes, he was a very gifted. He was a super athlete. He was the kid in the school. So he would always foul out at like the fourth quarter, like with 1 minute left, and I'd always be the guy in.
Yeah.
And then my uncle remembers saying to me once, he's like, Joe, he's like, if you apply yourself a little bit more, he's like, you play a little bit better. He's like, you could be the fifth man. You could be 5. You don't have to be number 6. You don't have to wait for Frankie to foul out. You have to wait for somebody else to fail for you to succeed. That's what he said to me. Right. And I said, but then I have to play the whole game.
Which is what every coach wants to hear. Awesome.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I still get to get in the game.
Wow.
Score,
that's so funny.
Play, whatever. I played 1 minute.
Setting a high bar.
I still get the same outfit. I still go to all the parades.
You still get a snow cone at the end of the game.
I'm holding the coattails of Francesco.
Well, Jiggy, you played. What are your thoughts when you hear that?
I think the best way, honestly, not to have the coach rag you is early and late. Same thing like with a job. You know, like even when I was in college, I wasn't the best player, but like I would make a point to go early, take extra reps, stay late, do whatever I had to do, and that's the fastest way for a coach not to rag on you if they know you're putting in the effort.
You're putting the time in.
I put the same effort into Italian class and I failed at that, but at least I tried, and the teacher knew I was coming in early, staying late.
That's why when it is stand-up, he just comes in right at his set.
I went to medical school, so I'd be good at stand-up.
But you play baseball all your life, and you still play, and yeah, that's good. That's sound advice, I think, for Ryan.
I would say put the time in, but then also, you know what? Just maybe in front of everyone, say, I don't appreciate how you're speaking to me, coach. And see how that pans out.
Ryan, how good are you doing push-ups?
I don't appreciate the way you're being spoken.
Or just pull him aside after practice.
You could always do that, too. Coaches are supposed to be open to player feedback, so... But it feels like more the way the wording is like he's shitting on me. It wasn't like, it doesn't seem like it's like it's a real a serious problem where he needs to. It's more like, hey, how do I get this to stop happening? Yeah. And I think Jiggy's advice is sound. Or hopefully your coach is your uncle and just play for a minute.
Unless it's a physical thing. I saw coaches do this to my teammates throughout the years radically of like if someone is just like really slow who can't run and like everyone's running the mile and it takes them like 25 minutes and they're giving him shit, that's kind of messed up. That's like a pull aside type thing. But if he's always
that kid deserves a clarinet. Whoever this
it's always the
rotund,
catchers, by the way.
bulbous albatross on the the team is doing a mile in 20 minutes. It's like, get a fucking tuba and get the fuck out of here.
I mean, I even do it in 18. So I don't want to toot my own horn, but I run an 18-minute mile. I drive an 18-minute mile.
All right, here we go. Let's see. Okay, this is coming to us from Liam via his mom. Okay.
Whoa.
So you'll see.
All right.
Hey, mamas. My British son is texting in here with a question for you guys. So she's asking her son to write to us because she's probably not tech savvy.
Got it.
I'm a first-year creative writing student in university, and though I love the craft I'm working towards, I can sometimes struggle with how often I am writing. How do you guys cope with managing to keep yourself motivated on creative projects? P.S. Joe, me and my family have watched you for years, and you've always been there to make us laugh the house down. Thank you so much for your constant positivity. Steve, I know who you are. Okay, Liam's mom, thank you for the question. And that was very nice of you to communicate to Joe.
Is she writing? Is she the one? I think you misread that. I think she is writing the question for Liam in his account.
No, she was saying my son's writing this for me.
Yeah, but she said she's a first-year student?
First year, she's going to school later in her life.
Ah, you've built a whole backstory around this.
Yeah.
Okay, Liam's mom's got it going on.
Liam's mom
now she's going to go into
is finally in university, first year creative writing. She gets stumped. She's getting writer's block. She's looking for answers. And
right through the block. You got to write through the block. You can't say, oh, I have a block. Because a lot of times, like when you write through the block and then you realize, you know, this isn't what I wanted to write, you started the process to be like, this isn't what I wanted to write. This is what I wanted to write. Mm-hmm. If you're not writing, it's like, oh, I don't know what to write. You always know what to write. Just sit down and start writing.
Yeah.
So I think that's a big part of it. If you don't know what to write, start writing, and you'll realize that's either what you wanted to write or not what you wanted to write. And by identifying what you didn't want to write, you are actually identifying what you did want to write. That's how I do my process. I just always sit down and write. Even if I don't know what I'm about to write or how to get through this one scene, or this one script I'm working on now, I could go different ways. And I started writing down this one path, and I got pretty far, and then I hit a point and I didn't like it. And I was like, you know what, let me rip it all out. And I went the other way, and it worked better.
Right.
But I had to write the wrong road first.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wrong every now and then to step away from the pen.
Oh, so it's dumb advice.
I do.
And then how many things have you written?
5 scripts in 2 years.
Okay, so then what?
Yeah.
Then what happens there?
I just take a day or two. I step away, and then I come
guess
back
what
to
you
it.
do? You go to the bar. You get a little bit of whiskey. You know, you go play a video game. You get lazy. You fatten up. You get a bowl of Cheetos, probably cheese balls.
It's going to a dark place. Okay, keep going.
Yeah. You're eating your cheese balls. You're like, maybe, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'll just end it. And then before you know it, you pop in some pills. You realize you're wrong. You throw up. And then you're back at it, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to write. And that's your process. So
that's me.
Everybody has a process. Oh, no, well, that does work for you to step away? Yeah?
I think it's dependent on the individual. But if she's stuck in a position where she doesn't... Look, I just been... You know, it's been, since 2012 of right. So, yeah, I just know myself a little better to know. Just give yourself a day or two. You'll sit back down and you'll get into it.
That's a perfect example.
But she's a first year.
Yeah.
So I probably would, if she's first year, I would suggest what you're saying, because if you power through, you're going to start learning your own strengths and weaknesses. And the only way to do it is just do it. Yeah.
Because I think this is a perfect example of 2 different ways to do it, and both work.
Of course. Yeah. But mine comes with, 11 years of writing. But again, to your point, I would say if you're 1 year in writing, for her especially, I would suggest to her to power through. Yeah.
Okay. So try powering through, and if it doesn't work, step away. And those are your 2 options, really, because it's not anything else.
And stop using your son as a crutch. Get your own account.
That's right.
Time to grow up.
Go to law school.
Yeah. My God. Here we go. Hold on. There was
grow up.
This is coming to us from Kiana. My sister's mother-in-law is a big issue. Literally. That's it. My sister's mother-in-law is a big issue.
So my sister's mother-in-law. So is it a big issue for her? I have questions. But okay, let's go with what we have. Let's go with the information we have. She's literally a big issue. So she's talking about her size as well. She probably means she's a big. That's what the literally means, right? It's a dig at her size.
She's a big, and
she's also being an issue for her sister.
Yeah.
I'm going to imagine she's speaking for behalf of her sister, because I don't know how my sister's mother-in-law would be a problem for me.
Right. She's defending her sister.
Right.
She looks out for her. She loves her. But look, at the end of the day, your sister made the decision. It's your sister's problem. There's only so much you can do. So don't let it tax you out. It's her thing.
Yep.
And by the way, it should be between her and her husband.
100%.
To be honest with you,
I heard this thing a while ago, which stuck with me too. Was like when you have to describe how someone affects you, and it starts to get confusing. That's not your problem. So, for instance, my sister's mother-in-law, like I can't even put that together.
Yeah.
Like that's not your
We're
problem.
done. Yeah.
It's like once removed cousin.
We're good.
All right, yeah. The neighbor of my sister-in-law's mother. Like, yeah, this is
Why do
not-
you care?
Yeah, right. 100%.
It's like somebody that hears a joke that's white and the joke's about a Hispanic and they're offended for. It's like, why do you care?
Right.
Like it's just unbelievable.
Social worry, but but I think what here she's probably worried about her sister, which is sweet. So let's not take that away from her.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
But maybe help your sister out to help herself then. Maybe, talk with your sister and see, help your sister take action. It's not on you to take action, but it's on you to help your sister.
yes,
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. I would say at least try to talk to your sister about it and don't do anything without her saying okay, because you start mouthing off you can just make it worse for her.
sure.
Right? It's like, and now your bitch sister is saying this about
Yeah, don't complicate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just be supportive and shut the fuck up. This is coming to us from Christina. Yo, mommies. I don't have anything I need advice on right now. I just wanted to tell you both what a great job you're doing. I love the pod and the stories you both share each week. Thank you. Steve, one of these days we'll meet and have a drink. I've already met Jo. We've had a great time giggling like schoolgirls. She took a picture with you at the meet and greet and would love to make sure you don't feel left out. I'm a delight and you deserve the pleasure. That's hilarious.
She's looking out
Take
for
care
you.
and stay funny. Christina, thank you so much for listening. That's very kind of you. And another example of my Facebook feed is filled with people tagging me in pictures they've taken with you because of Two Cool Moms.
Yeah.
So I see them all, and you respond virtually to everybody.
I try. Yeah, I try.
It's unbelievable. All the meet and greets you do, you still like write back, and you're like, "Thanks for coming by."
I do.
It's really cool.
I try to keep engagement up. I think it's important because people I was fans of back in the day used to do that a lot, and it's something I take to heart. It's like that's how you keep in touch with people, and it takes you a couple minutes. You meaning us. It takes us a couple minutes to do it, and it could mean the world to somebody. So
Yeah.
I think it's important.
I don't
We got
do it.
pretty cool. We got pretty cool fans. You don't do it. I know.
I rarely do it. I put up a post and then I'm done.
You move on.
Yeah, there's sometimes where I read the comments, but for the most part, I just kind of post.
Well, a lot of stuff that you post is though like you're gonna get flack for though, right? Like I don't post the same kind of content you do. You're like
Here we go.
right? No, I mean the stuff you post is adversarial in nature.
No, they're jokes in nature that can be construed as adversarial.
Yeah, but you're poking a dragon on purpose.
No, they're just opinions. They're just opinions based in humor.
Got it.
For the most part,
That's
yeah.
true. That's true. Yeah, but I mean, you're going to be getting a rise out of people, or
Oh,
getting
I'm called a socialist or a MAGA hat every day.
No,
of my
but
life.
the
Yeah.
thing is, the difference is you're going to be posting something that people are going to want to spew their opinion toward.
Oh yeah, I mean the fun thing about posting the jokes that you're saying I post is basically you're pulling the pin on a grenade and rolling it into a room and just watching the world burn. I mean that's what's happening. A lot of the politicized ones, especially. I mean, you just see these threads go, like you post something and there's like 50 people all calling each other the worst names in the world. You're just like. And then you just write down at the end, guys, it was just a joke. Like, it's just a joke.
I'm not saying that those are the jokes you're making. Those are the jokes that you're making. I mean, let's just pull up your Twitter.
Good.
Let me just go to your Twitter real quick, and then I'll show you.
Okay, here's Joe's. Ready? Be kind. VIP meet and greets, only $183 per person. No children under 10. Children under 10, $385 for a personal meet and greet. Free spatula, scoops, keep potatoes.
Free spatula.
Okay, where's mine? Okay, here we go.
Let's go to your tweet.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're getting so angry.
I'm not angry.
You're doing it. And why are you making fun of my tweet? That was not very nice. So the last tweet that you put, not your pin one about opening act. Okay, so these are clips. This is another thing you've been doing. You've been putting up clips of your shows, which is fun. But I'm not going to do a clip one because that's just talking about that. Okay, let's see where you don't have a clip one. Here we go. Subscribe to your other one here. Hold on.
Oh, there you go. There's one.
Okay, so there's a picture. Okay, so there's a picture from the Oscars of 2023, and it just says white privilege #Oscars 2023, and it's this photo.
Remember the woman that was wearing the white dress that
nobody could see behind her?
Nobody could see behind her.
Right.
Everybody had a million things, and I thought, oh, nobody's done this joke yet.
So that's it. So now we'll just go to my feed.
Yeah,
and
white privilege. And by the way, very divisive joke. because people called me some horrible names. What do you know about the strife and adverse? I'm like, oh, here we go.
So there you go. But it was just
because she's dressed in a big white dress.
Yep.
She was privileged because no one else could see
around it. That's right. That's what I'm saying.
Play on words.
So mine last one, I don't really tweet much though. Okay, so the last one I said, a cowboy hat is the least convenient of the hats to fly with. That was my last tweet. So that's the difference. Really, I don't think anything could really show the difference on how we use social media.
Shoehorns, yes or no? What?
No. Don't get me started on the shoehorn industry. Oh, so funny.
Yeah, I think I like to I like to tell those jokes.
You're a great comedian. You're a different type of comedian than I. Yeah. I don't do those kind of jokes. It's not my wheelhouse, as they say.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It's like you're trying to, show your belly. You're not equipped for it.
Yeah.
I am.
It's not as comical. It could be.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence. I could make.
Do you have to take your shirt off in Sullivan and Son?
I did, yeah.
You did?
I had to. There was a
sex scene?
There was one scene where me and this girl were making out. We were gonna hook up on the bar, and then my mom walks in.
Ah, got it.
And you had my shirt off, and it was embarrassing.
Oh, that's fun.
Embarrassing.
In front of a live audience.
In front of a live audience, yeah. Really embarrassing. And we did the take with my shirt off, and then Rob Long, the showrunner, came over to me afterwards. He goes, "Yeah, just put your shirt on." And I was like, "Oh no."
You're not gonna like these. You're not gonna like these angles.
You don't want to hear that. Yeah. Yeah. But it was funny. I did improv this one thing where they said have your pants behind the bar, and when she comes in, she says, "Are you ready?" And take your pants off and twirl them and throw them on the ground. I said, "Oh, okay." And then I said, "Oh, I think I can make this a little funnier." Mm-hmm. They go, "Okay, we'll try it." And what I did was when I twirled them, I put a bunch of pocket change in there. So all these nickels and dimes chucked out.
And you heard the ding, ding, ding everywhere. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So that was pretty fun. Yeah, that was the only time, thank God.
I did.
Awful.
You're
like every episode.
Well, not really. Yeah, I mean, because I'm not. But that just comes from life too. Because I've been doing that forever. I'm
Yeah.
not ashamed. My body's a comedic weapon. I'm not ashamed of it. It is what it is. It is the A-bomb of comedy. But like I used to do. My favorite, simplest thing is just to not use a dressing room in a store. Like if we're gonna try a T-shirt.
Oh my God.
So I'll just try a T-shirt on and like take my shirt
Always.
off. But I've been doing that forever, and I just always thought that was so because it was always such a time waster too. It's like, where's the fitting room? They're like, oh, it's back here. Go to up
Even
the stairs.
pants?
No, I don't do pants. Pants, I don't want to offend. I did do that once actually to you in Banana Republic in an outlet store. I said, Jiggy, I said there was everything was locked. I said I wanted to try these pants on. The bus was leaving or whatever. I said just stand right there, and he just stood. I stood behind him and tried them on the back of the thing. But for the most part, it's shirts. I don't really try pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I I always found that like I would just pop my top off, and that was always fun for me, and it just always translates into comedy.
This is coming to us from Grable. Grable.
Sounds like a fairy tale.
That's a very interesting name.
Sounds like a fairy tale person.
Yeah.
Sounds like they slaughtered. Who's a bad person in Grunger? Who's a bad person in Beowulf? Grundle.
Yeah.
Grundle. Right.
All right. Hey, two cool moms.
Grundle's not.
I've been feeling very depressed
Rebel
for the past. Excuse me.
What's the name again?
Grable.
Got it. Okay.
Grable has been feeling very depressed for the past couple of months. Do you have any advice to help me get out of this?
Stop being depressed. Done.
Okay. Our next question is coming to us from Amy.
No. Grable, listen, Grable, okay? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to find a reason to smile, and that could be anything. That could be hearing a joke, watching something on TV, or sitting in the park and watching a dog run around. Maybe listening to some classical music, doing something, but something in the world's going to make you smile. And try to find that and start doing that a little bit every day, and that'll help you.
Yeah, I was reading this. Again, it goes to your mantra. This study about longevity in life. Why do people live longer than others? And one of the keys was being kind. It was just being kind, and they were citing all these examples of kindness, and one of which I didn't do at the bagel shop as we were leaving.
Oh.
I held the door.
Oh no!
I held the door open for these two 20-year-olds, right? And I held the door open, and the first girl walks out. She goes, "Thank you so much." And the other girl came out and was like this, and I pushed the door back into her shoulder.
She didn't say thank you?
I just went like that, and it went thunk. And I felt. I'm not gonna lie. It felt pretty fucking good. It felt pretty good. Now, should I have done that? No.
No.
Should I be above it? 100%. But I'm not gonna lie. It just felt good to see a girl who just felt so entitled to not even acknowledge. It's a small door, by the way. It's not like an immense, but to just kind of like.
Did it make a doink noise?
Like, oh, it hit her shoulder.
Did it make a doink noise though? Like doink? Like that's
no. But it definitely hit her shoulder, and it just felt wonderful.
Did she give you a dirty look after it happened? Like, why wouldn't you? What'd you do that for? Or is it?
No, I just. It was one of those things where I moved off, but I know what I did.
You know,
and
what you
it
did,
felt wonderful. For me, it felt great. But doing something nice for somebody, that is what. You do something nice to be nice, right? You should have just. I should have just held the door open. I should have just.
But this is growing. Now you recognize that, and hopefully you won't do that.
Yeah,
again.
after 48 years. But being kind
helps with depression.
But it makes you feel better. When you do acts of kindness, it gives you, I guess, the endorphins or whatever.
Yeah.
Makes you feel better about yourself, is what the study was saying. So I was going to say, if you're feeling depressed, go out and maybe have some interactions or
Play with dogs.
Play with dogs.
Play with dogs is great. Great.
Go to your local
shelter.
society
Go to your
and,
local shelter and like hang out and volunteer. And
You
pet
can't be
dogs.
depressed around puppies.
It's impossible to not, feel that. I mean, the environment.
Not the dogs you bring home.
No.
With fucking like 3
those
teeth
are-
and
oh, half
the
a
fucking
cancer.
blind eyes.
I got this
Where
one.
they just
I
have
just
the-
got one the other day. Oof.
But they're blind. They have like the blue eyes and they can't see, and they're
do.
just shitting and pissing all over the place, and you're just kind of like picking them
I mean,
up.
how do you think I'm going to end
Yeah.
up? I'm going to be there, so I'm just getting practice.
But don't go visit his dogs.
Why not?
It's depressing.
It is not.
Oh yes, it is.
They need that love. You just see
they're
those
all
little
dying.
tails. It's all right.
You're all dying. They don't have control over.
We're
their-
all dying, and none of
Yeah.
us have control over it. You've
Oh,
shot
we do.
yourself on the regular.
No, I don't.
And you're more dead than alive at this point.
Oh, that's true. That is true.
So I'm not putting you down, buddy. I'm here giving you love. I'll change your diaper. Come on, bud. It's all right. All right. Well,
There's
thanks
plenty
for
of things
listening.
you could. Yeah, but sorry. There's plenty of things. What's your favorite comedy?
Yeah, exactly. Watch
Go
it
down that
on-
rabbit hole.
Watch, it on repeat.
Blazing Saddles.
Watch more. Watch more of what. Watch more from the same people that brought you one thing that made you.
Type
joy.
in Genie and Practical Jokers, Joe Gatto.
Can't lose.
You cannot not laugh at that. That is one of my favorite clips of all
Universally.
time. One of my favorite clips of all
For
time.
sure. For sure. Your kids too, and they're comedic geniuses.
Kids love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart kids.
Mr. Joe.
Mr. Joe. That's me.
And my son's favorite Impractical Joker is Murphy.
Murphy. I love
Which I
Murphy.
still think is so
I love
funny.
Murphy. It's so
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
All right, we did it, Joseph.
We did it. Well, get out there and laugh, love, be kind, friends.
That's right.
Steve.
Don't shove the door into
Yes.
20-year-old girls unless she deserves it.
Stop it.
And she did. Oh, she did.
And please subscribe, follow us on Twitter to see more comedy of different types, and be well.
These two cool mommies love you, so show us some love.
Please rate us, review us, follow us on all social media, and subscribe to our YouTube.